Hi, my name's Craig Hurd. Professionally, I am a business strategist, a coach, run a number of businesses, and personally, a father, other half to my other half. This video is to endorse Richard and the work that we did together and that we do together. So before I did any kind of work with Richard, there was a few things going on in my world. The biggest the biggest reason that I came to Richard was that I was having some real challenges in my relationship with my other half. Our ability or my ability to communicate, our ability to connect, seems like we were drifting more than we were connecting, getting further away, not closer. And so I didn't really know what to do. I didn't have a roadmap. For me, as a businessman, I often believe there's a roadmap into fixing most problems, and I was looking at it with that lens of like, how do I solve this? How do I achieve this? And in truth, it wasn't the right way, but I didn't know what the right way was. And so, as somebody who does coach, I was pretty open to working with some kind of coach on that issue, knowing that I was unconsciously incompetent at solving this issue. When I was looking around for somebody, there's a lot of people in the world now. There's a lot of coaches, a lot of men's coaches, and I spoke to a lot of them. And I was even part of a mastermind and part of a men's group, really designed to help me with this issue. But it was the one-to-one that I was really looking for, but also I was really pretty open to new perspectives with the right person. And for whatever reason, I can probably give you some logical reasons, but my heart lined up with my head saying that actually Richard may be the guy to spend some time with on this. He seemed to have, what really struck me is he really had some impressive intuition as to what was going on. It wasn't just a logical understanding of, here are the things that are probably happening for you. It was a little bit more than that. Like he seemed to really understood where I was coming from and the kind of questions I was asking myself, the kind of emotions I was going through, and was really understanding of the fact that I didn't know what to do. So those were some of the things. Those were some of the logical reasons you might give for ultimately what was a hard decision, that something he said, something he did resonated with me. So we started to work together, and I think the three biggest changes that I've really seen off working with Richard. The first is I've really learned a lot of the old stories that I've been carrying around, and I've done that before. It's a good experience, to learn that the story that you've been playing in your head for years is not accurate or not serving you anymore. But actually, one of the moments I really remember early on with Richard was that my normal reaction is to dismiss the old story, saying it doesn't serve me, it's wrong, it's incorrect, it's bad. But actually what he helped me to understand is that, well, it served me for a decent amount of my life, and so it's not a bad thing at all. Good and bad is not the seesaw here, the teeter-totter. It's honor it and appreciate it, and then let it go. So that just gave me a lot healthier way to see old stories, which was really powerful, considering I'm somebody, any business owner watching this will know that you're constantly trying to learn and develop and grow and change your beliefs. And so, yeah, to learn that you can honor the old ones while changing the new was really, really impactful for the rest of my life. The second thing was actually guiding me through it. I've worked with people in the past that have been really good at identifying old stories and old patterns, but you're ultimately, for me anyway, you're left a bit lost. And Richard was really good, and is really good, at guiding you through that process, telling you actually what opportunities are opened up to you or what is available to you by changing that story, and really guiding you through that inevitable uncertain time. And then the third thing is, the biggest reason that I came to Richard was my relationship improved. My other half was turning up differently for me, and I know from the work that we've done together, it's not how she's turning up, it's how I'm turning up. So it's hard for me to see exactly what I did when, but Ultimately, we're closer than we were before pre-Richard. So I'm hugely grateful for that. He's guided me through what is a really challenging process, and I would definitely say for anyone who's looking at this, you really have to. And we've joked about this, but as a business strategist, I often give people really good news. Like your business can be a whole lot simpler than it is right now. You know, we can look to increase revenue a whole lot faster than you appreciate. We can simplify things down. So it's often good news. Sometimes it's hard, but often good news. Where Richard, we joke that it's kind of the opposite, because you really have to dig under some rocks and do some soul work or deep work or shadow work, whatever you want to call it. Because ultimately that's the only thing that really matters. It's the only thing that's really going to change. It's really, if you want the things in your world to change, that's honestly what I now believe is the work that needs to be done. So I would say it's been hugely transformational, but I would also encourage men to go into it knowing that it's going to be hard, because if you're not willing, if it's not hard, it's because you're not committing all the way. I think that's really important in order to make the progress you're probably looking for. In terms of what those results have allowed for, is it's giving me a couple of surprises, really. Is that one, I have a much better relationship with myself. What I would tell myself before is that it's my achievements, it's my beliefs, it's my story, it's how I show up for people that equals love. And I now understand that actually I'm worthy of love, irrespective of all those things, as important in the world as they may be. It's not a connected thing to love, which is a really calming thought, and actually beyond improving my relationship with my other half and myself, it's really improved. It's actually increased my ability to take risk, because in my business, I think, well, if this doesn't work exactly how I imagine it to do, that's okay, because it's not going to shatter me. And so it's made me braver in work, which is bonus, which is brilliant. And then the last thing I would say is, yeah, if with the caveat of, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to be honest, if you're willing to be transparent, and if you willing to give yourself space, then I would wholeheartedly encourage you to do the work with Richard. If I think my greatest encouragement with you would be to have an honest conversation with Richard, and if Richard being Richard, he'll turn up as the authentic, his authentic self, and his intuition and his ability to see beyond what the words that you're saying will show up. If that only makes 50% sense, I understand that. But my plea would be for you to have, if you're in a space where your relationships aren't where you'd like them to be, then yeah, have a conversation with him, and you'll see what Richard truly has to offer.